Hi fellow traders, here is second update on the same Euro USD analysis. So we'll start with the weekly time frame. Nothing had changed on weekly time frame. This Gartley is still valid and intact. This evening start pattern created with this first, second and third candle is still valid, and this bullish candle is just looking like a retracement, and downward action is still on the table. Let's go to daily time frame. What can we see on the daily time frame? We see a kind of head and shoulder setup. This left shoulder, do not consider this as the high of shoulder because this candle was created with this big wick to the upside after UK election results. So this was a temporary price action. Then price had followed to the upside, and then real high was created here, and this was a real and normal price action. So that's why I'm not taking this uh, spike into my account. That's why here I have plotted an ellipse. So this is the left shoulder, head, and probably right shoulder, and this is a trend line. So market looks like it is going to uh, enter the ellipse area, or maybe it will not enter, who knows, but it will react from this area, will come back to this trend line. If it come back very fast, maybe today, maybe within 2 days. So today is 16th, tomorrow will be 17th, or yeah, today already Thursday has started. This is 9:40 p.m. of Wednesday as per New York time, but this is already 4 hours 40 minutes in new trading day, that is Thursday as per the trading day. So if it comes today, then it will be around 1090 area, and if it comes down tomorrow, then it will be around something 1092 1093 area. So next target may be something between 1090 1095 for the euro USD. So if we can simply change our take profits to 1090 1095, or we can monitor market for reaction around this 1095 area, and then we can close take profit in our sell positions. So that is the one idea. As long as market stays below this MACD predictor line, this is the MACD predictor line, downtrends will be considered as intact. So now downtrend is still intact and downtrend is prevailing. Maybe as per this trend line, this 127.2% target, which initially I had explained about, will not be completed, but at least 1090 will be completed, so we can exit our position at 1090 first, and then maybe some bullish action, further continuation, and maybe some bullish action, then further fall. Nobody knows, because similar kind of thing had happened in the past in euro USD. So let's zoom out a little and go back and see what had happened in the euro USD in the past after such kind of uh, price formation. If we look at the euro USD for a very long time, euro USD was in a slow downward channel. Then it had broken the downward channel to the upside and had made the similar kind of setup, that is just like this time it is making the head and shoulder with bigger left shoulder and shorter right shoulder. Here right shoulder looks shorter, maybe price will return right back from here, then it will be just like this shorter candle. And last time also there was a very flat kind of trend line, not very steep. This time also very flat kind of trend and not very steep. So price has gone up, short, very short right shoulder was made. Price had come down to the neckline. The neckline is the same thing, that is a trend line. Then price has reacted to the upside, couldn't continue, fallen back and broke into the downside. And trend line was broken, then the furious fall had happened. So maybe price can come back, react to the upside, and may further fall. But can we predict this right now? No, right now we cannot do this. We have to now think of the action from this area, whether it is going to continue to the upside or it is going to fall just like it had happened here. Maybe first action to the neckline, that is this trend line, is going to be completed or not. So let's now go to the 4-hour time frame. We have this bullish Gartley on the 4-hour time frame, and this Gartley seems to be working. Minimum target of the Gartley has already been completed, that is 30% from this top to this bottom. So we'll have to be looking at the further development, and the further development is taking a shape of A, B, C, D. As I always say, CD is not always supposed to be equal to AB, because CD, as per the classical style of calculation, can be slower than AB and can be just 127.2% extension of this BC retracement, especially when BC is just 61.8% retracement of the first AB leg. So here the story is the same. This BC correction or retracement is 61.8 of the AB, so CD should be 127.2 of BC, and then reversal should take place. This shows exhaustion of the price. When CD is slower and CD is smaller, it shows that the price is exhausting, it's tired, and now it will fall. So if there is chance that price can start falling from this area, and London session will start this bear moves. But we'll have to be careful. We'll have to looking at the first 3 hours of the London session move, and then we'll have to decide what will happen here. Actually, this downward movement is more suggested because similar kind of action had taken place, just like it had happened in the past. Let's look at this previous movement. This A, B, C, D action was here. A, B, and C, D was slightly less than A, B. Just like this time, it is slightly less than A, B, a little above 127.2 of this retracement, but not completed this 100%. Same thing had happened here, and this was 80 pips to the upside, and this is also total movement is 80 pips to the upside. All right, but this time this movement to the upside is even slower, which is strengthening the bearish scenario. If upward movement is slower, then definitely bears are coming to take charge. So let's see what happens in the London session. We have sell positions now. I already had suggested not to close at this area. This was the stop loss suggested in the very first video which I had made on perhaps January 14th. Today is January 16th as per the trading day. So price is still somewhere near around that area, just 5 pips above. If you don't want to stick to your sell position, you can exit now, and you can take decision as per what happens today in the London session. But it's not a suggested idea as per my plan. Maybe price will fall down, it will confirm the bears, it will make a nice bearish candle on the 4-hour time frame, and then it will confirm the candle pattern, just like market had moved from here after this first reaction to the upside, and then probably you will get the same entry price for sell position where your sell position are right now. So we had entered sell around 11-16 area as far as I remember. So let's see what happens today in the London session, and then we'll decide. Even if price furiously goes up and 4-hour candles closes above this 100% line, then obviously we'll have to look for the further bullish development, but there will be a retracement back to this top, because EUR/USD nowadays is not reacting furiously in any direction for very long time or for very long pips. This is moving like 100-150 pips, and then there is a retracement. So the next retracement will take place, and then this will touch back this area, because the previous high will work as the next support, and then we will still be able to get this price level to exit our sell position. So our risk will still be the same, and then we will enter the back position, not right after the closing of candle above 100 today. So let's wait for the 4-hour candle after London session, and then we will see what happens. So this is about the bullish as well as the bearish scenario, and today London session will really be crucial for EUR/USD. So that's all about EUR/USD. Thanks for watching. And if bears take charge in London session, even after 2-3 hours, first 2-3 hours of London session, then we can simply stick to our plan, and we can close half position at 1090-1095 area and keep half to further target this previous low, because trend line alone should not be taken into account for deciding the target. Rather, we should be taking this 127% as the minimum next target, and this will be the first, second, and third drive, and 127 will be measured as per movement from this point to whatever point will be the point of reaction to the downside. So now it is now it is here. We will place the tool again and we will try to measure where it will come. Now it is coming here. All right, so that's all about EUR USD. Thank you for watching.